Hey everyone, so I had some questions in regards to how I did my soap party, and I wanted to go over why I did a soap party first of all instead of a craft fair. Well, the biggest reason is I am 4'7.5", so lugging a bunch of stuff around for the first time, not knowing what I'm doing, not necessarily knowing a setup, and having friends and family that were already interested in my products. For me, it was definitely the safer way to go as well as the more inexpensive way to go, and it was definitely the more comfortable way to go. So again, I did the soap party and I wanted to go over what I used for the displays, what I used for my POS system, and how I got people to come to the party itself. All right, so here it is. All right, so this is the soap table. Everything on here is soap related, and I got these really cool boxes or fold up boxes so they're easy to store afterwards. When I did think about the things that I was going to get for this party, I wanted to make sure that when I do start doing craft fairs, it was something that is packable and easy to carry around. So these are nice because they fold up. I can stack them up and put them in a box. The box is not so big and it's easy to tote. Now this in here is just craft paper. This craft paper I got from Amazon, I believe. So got the craft paper from Amazon. I got these boxes from Amazon. What I really love are these plates. When I started looking for display items for the soaps, what I started looking for are things that you would display food on. So soaps and food are heavily related when it comes to displaying. So I started looking up like cheese boards and sushi, things that are small. And for my bigger boards, like right here, this is a sushi board. And this works out great. I actually do a lot of my photographs with these sushi boards. So I love these plates. This is marker chalk. So I just use vinegar and the Mr. Clean sponges, and those come right off. And then I had these laying around. We've had a display. I think I've had this for over a decade. These candles, it comes on a plate with some stones. So anything that you can find around your house that you can use, I would say use it. If it looks nice, use it. These worked really well. It was great centerpiece for this display here. I did have 3 soaps in here that were on display that were wrapped up. So, and this is just, again, the craft paper. This turtle is from Hawaii. When my husband and I went there for our anniversary, I thought it would look really neat on here. It folds down for a hot plate, and then it comes up like this for a bowl. With the craft paper, the soaps displayed really nicely in here. I also got these big cherry blossoms. I didn't realize how big they were. I was very happy when I got them in the mail. I thought they were going to be a lot smaller, but again, I was pleasantly surprised about them when I did get them. So I love these. They did a great display. I also got these here. These are from the dollar store. So one of our friends, she had made these cute little headbands out of dollar store flowers, and I was thinking, well, maybe I should go there and check it out. So I got a bunch of flowers from the dollar store. I do use these in my displays, and they look really nice. So they don't look like they cost $1, but it's a really efficient way to spruce up your display on a budget. So I really like these, and again, I do, when I display my soaps for sale, I do use these flowers in there, and they've worked great. Another really great buy that I have not regretted are these lights. These are little lotus lights. If your type of soaping, you're in things that aren't bubbling Buddha related, of course you want to be as creative as you can. I only show these things to show you what I did, but of course take it and do what you will as your own. And I really like these flowers because they're battery operated. It is a very long strand. This whole strand went around the top, and it also went around the bottom here. And you can see that battery pack right there. It's nice again because it's battery operated, and I have this remote control here. And so there are different settings, and there's a timer on here. I actually have the strand of light in my soaping office. It was nice for the display because I could put them on 2 different types of settings and they wouldn't look the same. It would just kind of look different, just sets them apart. But again, I really love this. I have them up in my soaping studio and they're on for 8 hours a day. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks that they've been on consistently, and they've done pretty well with some really good batteries. Each of these boxes have craft paper in them, and I set the soaps in staggered like that. Yeah, everybody really liked that pumpkin spice one. And there's my Christmas punch, and I was able to write the prices right on there. As you can see, I have these all out on display because I wanted people to be able to see, smell, and touch the soaps, whereas in the packing they wouldn't be able to do all of those things. So I always want to make sure I'm able to appeal to all of those senses when it comes to these soaps. Oh, and these little guys. So this guy is 3D printed. My husband does prints, and he has made me some soap dishes and little figurines like this. So we have some Buddhas around the table. So if you're into 3D printing or know somebody that's into 3D printing, it's a great idea, especially for your displays. All right, so here's the back table. So as you can see, this whole table, I had 10 displays up. It was perfect. I put these 2 together. They're the same scent. There wasn't very many of them. That is the soap display. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so here is my beeswax buddy display. These were pretty much full of beeswax buddies or solid hand lotions. Now, I did put those little plates out, and you can see there's a little bit of a ring of oil. This oil wasn't here until today, so these stayed pretty hard. I did put them in the freezer before the party, so it didn't get this really oily. I'm not sure how this is going to wash off. We'll see. Hopefully it comes out really well. Again, I used chalkboard marker. Comes out really nice and really bright, so people can really see what it is. Now, when I did do the display, I did think about it like a retail store, and also kind of how I would do it at a craft fair. So that way when I do a craft fair, I am prepared and I know a little bit of how that setup is going to be. And you can see I have some more cherry blossoms here, and there's the battery pack hidden back there. These buckets I got a couple of months ago when I knew that I was going to start making soaps, and those are from Walmart. I think they're like $2 each. I've seen them since then, and the price changes, of course, but they're fairly inexpensive, also a really good deal. And I had a bunch of these little buddies, so I have these individually wrapped, and I sold them separately. I had about 6 of them left out here, and I've taken them downstairs because I need to put them on my online store. So they're not up here, but they did really well. The smaller ones did great. And the Christmas punch and the lavender or oatmeal lavender, like, those just went out the door. It was awesome. All right, so let me show you the next area. All right, so this was the giveaway table. This is one of our soap dishes, but it's just an example of what the soap dish, or some of the soap dishes that Kaz had made. There were a couple of styles. I did actually make 6 gift bags, which included a very small 2.5 ounce soap, a sample pack of soaps, one of those soap dishes, because we can't sell the soap dishes, but we can give them away depending on if we design them or not. We did not design these. We got them off of Thinkiverse, so we can't sell them, but it was a great way to promote or let people know that they need a good draining soap dish when they use homemade soaps. So this, we tried to drive that through as well, and it's just something nice for people to go home with. But yeah, this was a nice little display. I love that we've had that fountain for years, but we never really use it because it splatters quite a bit. So if we put it on wood, we kind of worry about the wood. Well, I did get this tablecloth at Walmart, and it's one of those vinyl tablecloths, so I don't have to worry about the water so much splashing on it. In fact, it is kind of wet right now. And a candle does go in there. So that candle was lit along with the other candles that are around the areas, just to create a little bit of ambiance. All right, so let's move on to this table. This had a couple of the beeswax buddies or the hand lotions in here. Again, I had the smaller ones in here that did really well. I think because I had them over here and not over there, these didn't do as well as I think they could have, because the scent on this one is really good. I love it. But again, I have a display over here. The candle was lit. And then in here I have tins. So the 4-ounce tins, they're both 4-ounce tins. These are just rectangles and these are circles or cylinders. And then I put my pricing here, and I did put why you should get one, just keeps your beeswax buddy safe, and what the prices were and which ones fit. So I didn't want somebody buying one of these round ones and then buying one of these big ones because they're the same shape and then going home being disappointed. I'm sure they would have seen that. I mean, it would have been obvious while they were here that that does not fit in there. However, I still wanted to make sure that I had that information out there. I have it online too, because again, I don't want somebody getting something and being disappointed in what they've received. All right, so that is that table. Next, this is my checkout table. And I've done this setup before, like for parties and stuff. And what I like about it is I have that ottoman underneath here, so I can just set things on top of it. But I had my bags down there, so extra bags. And these bags are really cool. I got them from Packaging Boutique, and it's packagingboutique.etsy.com. Sally, she was really awesome. She worked with me in regards to the getting the logo on here, the spacing between all of this. She recommended that I put my website address on there, so she was really awesome. I highly recommend Packaging Boutique, especially if you're going to do bags like these, or if you want to do any kind of retail. So it's a great idea. I did do my gift bags, so this is what they look like. I did, and this one, it doesn't have it. This is actually a gift for somebody right now, but I did put craft paper on the bottom just to give it a little bit of stability, and so that way those soap dishes didn't scratch up the soaps too much. So I did put the craft paper in there. It gave it a nice little cushion look too. And then these are my samples. I gave them with each order, and it has the 4 samples of soaps that I have on sale. I'm hoping that these would be kind of like lured samples as well. Hopefully people will really like them and they'll want more. All right, so this is the box that we did the raffle tickets in. When people were coming through the door is when I gave them the tickets, and then we would just have them put it in this box. My husband's a geocacher, so this is just a box for geocaching. Geocachers love to do the raffles at their events, so I did get this idea from them with the raffle, and it went really well. People were really happy with their gift bags. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that far out in the future in regards to those gift bags, but I think it did. Again, it was a way to entertain people. I did try to do like a question answer thing with my Soap Talk Tuesdays, but you know, I give a lot of information in those little Soap Talk Tuesdays, so a lot of people were like, oh, I'm just there to look at the soaps. So that did not work well. I just ended up raffling the soap dishes that we had on top of the 6 bags that we also gave away. And then here's our little money bag with my, I just put a sticker on there. So I was gonna get a lockbox, but this is our home. Friends were only here. It wasn't something that I needed to be super secure about. But if I do start doing craft shows, I will actually do a lockbox instead of a bag like this. So something to keep in mind. And over here, I just had my, again, 3D printed. My husband prints my soap dishes as well as my card holders. So he printed these two for me. We had them around the party so people could take them. I had this one up here so that way I could put cards into bags when I was packing them up. Some of my really good friends stayed behind and we smelled a bunch of the scents that I just got for some of the new soaps, and then we went over some of the soaps that I just made and smelled them, and it was a really good time. So when you have those stragglers, give them a tour of your soaping studio and let them smell some new soaps that you're going to have out. All right, so the last thing I have here is my Shopify credit card reader. Awesome. I love this. If you join Shopify, I got this for free, so I was just able to sign up and then they sent it to me. You can do the e-commerce or the POS system that they have is also free, so that was awesome. There's extra features to the POS though, so you can pay extra for that. But this credit card reader, it definitely makes you a lot more professional when you're able to take credit cards for your retail items. So I loved this thing. A lot of people did purchase with cash, but most of my sales were actually with credit card. I love this card holder, but I don't know how many times it got knocked over. These cards are actually supposed to go like this, but my husband made it smaller for me, and I'm thinking maybe he should make it bigger because that way it can go like this. Anyway, all right, that is my video on our soaping party. All right, so I did forget to mention that I did have these little shopping bags for the people that came to my party, and I got these at Target. I got Christmas ones for the party because I'll reuse them for Christmas bags. They're great gift bags. Even throughout the year, they have different designs, and I like these because they're reusable. So just something a little bit more economic as well as environmentally friendly. And I had a few people that had their hands full, so these worked out perfectly. I again have links below for all of the stuff that I used for the displays or things that I could think of or where you can buy these certain things. If you like this video, we do have a store, bubblingbuddha.com, where we do have soaps and lotion bars available. Well, you have an excellent day and toodaloo!